This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to be finalizing our Dreadnok week with the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover figure of Decepticons Soundwave as the Dreadnok Thundermachine. Along with the Soundwave here, we have a Ravage that doesn't transform. I already know that from the pictures on the back. Zarana and Zartan, meaning they did not actually give us the driver of the Thundermachine in here. I think they should have just gone ahead and thrown in that third figure if they wanted to do this. In truth, I'm not 100% sure why they threw Zarana in this package in the first place. And unfortunately, off the top of my head, I cannot remember the name of the actual driver who came with the original Thundermachine. But let's go ahead and take a look at this box here. Obviously, on the front, we see Soundwave and, Soundwave on one side with Ravage, Thundermachine with Zartan and Zarana driving in this case, which explains all the dents in the machine. On the side, we see a product shot with Soundwave in robot mode and the Thundermachine in vehicle mode with Zartan and Zarana and Ravage. Ow. On the other side, we just see Zarana with Ravage and the Thundermachine again in vehicle mode, and she's standing on one of the kick plates. That's not what that's called. Running bar? Running plate? Foot plate? I don't remember. All I know is that my troop leader had that on his truck, and when we would go to our camping trips, once we got to the actual campground, we were allowed to stand on the foot plates, hold on to the door windows, and just go that way. It was fun. On the back, we see some more actual product shots. Soundwave in robot mode, the Thundermachine in vehicle mode. We see how you put the figures in, which is going to be different than the original Thundermachine because, it needs to be able to transform. And the colors, I don't know, on the package, they seem a lot brighter than what I'm used to for the Dreadnoks. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this sucker up. Although, why is there It's kind of weird that it looks like... Okay, so they got the tape circle here that they use, but then it looks like it's actually cut out as well there. I don't know why they did that. Let's be gentle here. Actually, it's the same on the top here, too. It looks like there's a cutout for the tape circle. I'm going to have to explore that a little bit more when we get it done. Front, too. And the bottom. It's kind of too bad there wasn't a picture in there. Yeah, okay, see, there's a little... I don't know, maybe you can't see this very well. It's a cutout right here. I don't know why that's like that. That's kind of weird. Cobra intelligence reports a Joe transport en route with formidable escort. Do not underestimate their forces. Terminate the threat. Like the marauders they are. Like the marauders they are? That doesn't make any sense. When we open it up, we see that Soundwave is in a robot mode, and that Zartan and Zarana come in a little package. Oh, wow, wait. Ow. Maybe he's... Oh. Kind of like last time, I'll do the figure review after in a separate video. But no, it looks like Ravage actually does transform. I did not realize that. Dude. Oh, and Soundwave opens up too. Damn. I did not know that. Because I thought this was the same Ravage that came with the... a few years ago when they did the San Diego Comic-Con crossovers where they just painted the Joe vehicles to look like Transformers. And there was a Ravage in there. Like, I never opened it up, but I thought it was just a figure, not an actual transforming figure. So I thought that was the same one they used for this, but maybe not. This is kind of cool. The belt feed, it actually does spin. And then the guns go on the front here. You can see where it's actually got a designed to actually specifically to go in there in a specific position. It's got a rectangular peg, not a circular peg, is what I'm trying to say. So then you can swivel the guns by jerking off the cable here. I believe that was a feature of the original Thundermachine too. I actually did have one in my collection. I don't anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I think this is part of the engine. Comes with a knife blade. So this... Okay, so that attaches onto him like that. The question is, how much of this is going to be parts forming and how much of this is going to be original? Because on the box here, it shows these... Okay, so that goes on there like that. One of the things that kind of irritates me about Transformers is when they have something like this where it's got like two handles. Like when they put together a gun and it has two handles, and you know, obviously one goes in there in the hand, but it just looks weird. I'm not sure where the antenna goes. Oh, hey. Oh, there we go. The antenna would go here. Which, that looks really awful in robot mode. I don't know if there's another place to put that in. Guess, actually. Well, no, won't fit up there. All right, so there's no other place to put it. Which is kind of stupid. I'm not going to lie. I am, honest to God, curious how these figures are supposed to fit on there, because I don't see anything down here for their feet to peg into. But let's take a look at Ravage here. Articulation-wise, there is absolutely none in cassette mode. But he does actually fit in Soundwave, so that's awesome. I wonder how accessible that is when he's going to be in vehicle mode. And it pops open. I honestly was not expecting that. Let's go ahead and see how he transforms. As always, I'm not going to look at the directions unless I absolutely have to. Jesus. I think this guy might have me stumped already. There we go. Well, it's Ravage. Was this made specifically for this figure? I'm wondering. Oh, the tail. Like, on the one hand, he does actually look better than what we've gotten with the other Soundwaves recently in the mini forms. Although he is popping apart really easy. I don't know if they could actually make this into a... Wow. Look at that snot. There's a big hole in there, right there. Is there really nothing? Oh, hold on. There was another part. Okay, there we go. That looks much better. In all truth, like, I think the engineering is better on this thing than it is on the current ones that come with the Voyager class Soundwaves. There are some issues, like the hole in the nutsack there. And we have a collar that goes over his neck. Fits pretty good. I'm not disappointed in this. I think they did a pretty decent job considering. Like I said, I think it's better than those small cassettes. Also, I'm not 100% sure, but this looks like it's almost the same size as the actual cassettes that came with the original Soundwave. But I don't know if I have any. I don't think I have any of those in my collection, to be honest. I have Soundwave. I just don't have the cassettes. All right. Oh, yeah. Articulation-wise, the head swivels up and down. That's it. The tail wags up and down. The arms hinge out. And they spin. There is a bicep cut on the front that you can spin, elbow joint, and a ankle joint. On the back, we have a double jointed knee area, a hinge here and here, pinned in, by the way, which is nice. No swivel, but again, the ankle joint does move. So, in all truth, you can get them in some pretty decent positions. Plus, the hips move in and out too. Mostly from transformation, but still, it is a hinge. And the tail, again, wags. But yeah, I think overall, this honestly looks better than what we've gotten from the main line. In the case of Soundwave, his head is on a ball joint and can do a full 360. He can kind of look up and down. With the transformation hinge, you can really get him to look down. I think I need to lift this a bit. It's like trying to figure out how to keep everything in frame with these taller toys. So he can look way up by the transformation. We have a spin at the elbow, at the shoulder. We hinge out on the side of the shoulder, so we still get that hinge there. There's a spin there, so we got like kind of a bicep cut. Take that out. The hand can hinge in and out, but it does not actually spin at all. And the elbow is just a single hinge joint, 90 degrees. There is no waist swivel on this one. However, he does have the skirt pieces on the front that flap up, so you can get a nice high kick going on there. And kick back. We have a thigh cut for a swivel that gives us, we'll do a 360, but there are some like stop points here to kind of lock it in place. I'm guessing part of that has to do with transformation. A hinge right there at the knee. Does not appear to have any other joints there. However, we can kind of mimic the rockers, the ankle rocker on the thighs here or at the knee area. So it's a little bit awkward looking. Also, the seats are his feet, making it look like he's wearing a pair of high heels. Soundwave got some sexy legs. But man, whatever he steps in, the Dreadnoks are going to be sitting in. I'm just going to point that out right now. On the back, the kibble's not too bad, to be honest. Ooh, I guess the little door thing does actually open up, and I didn't think it would. And again, I'm kind of not 100% certain, but I do think these colors are a little brighter than what was on the original Thundermachine. But kind of like with all the other one, or with some of the other ones, the back kibble just kind of like hangs out. I suspect that I'm going to have to look in the book to try to figure out how to fit the Dreadnoks in the back. I was wondering if this thing turned. Anyway. We'll remove this, and now it's time to see if we can figure out how to transform him. And by the way, I have not watched any reviews on this one. Although that might have been kind of obvious considering that I had no idea that Ravage transformed. I'm going to readjust the camera. I don't know why, but this kind of amuses me that he can look forward through his hands there while he's transformed, or partially transformed. Trying to get both sides of this snapped in here was really difficult. Oh, and this is where we get some more of that part forming that I was kind of concerned about. I mean, the guns are always a part forming issue, pretty much. Ah, I cannot get these freaking arms lined up. Naturally. This grill looks like it's too big, too. Actually, now that I think about it, the guns look like they're too small. And the grill's too big. Wow, okay, hold on. This damn windscreen is really starting to tick me off. Oh, for fuck's sake. There, finally, got one side done. Shit. Okay, so I have no idea where the knife is supposed to go on this thing. We'll have to look at that up. So he rolls, kinda, but he's only going on 3 wheels because I cannot get the. I apparently cannot properly get the lineup at the front. Actually, looking at this, it looks like this is not actually in the proper position. And by that, I mean the actual swivel is out of position, which may be the reason why I've been having so much problems. I don't know if I can fix that, though. All right, push that all the way back. Let's see if this goes together properly now. Oh, that is so much better. I keep thinking on the original Thundermachine, too, that the guns actually came out all the way out the front of that. Okay, with that modification, this rolls so much better. Still leaves us with trying to figure out where to put the knife. Thought maybe it would fit in there. That would have been a logical spot. You know, it's got these little grooves here. Heck, even having something in the front here where it plugged into would have made sense. Okay, so I was looking at the... Oh. This little thing spins down, by the way. But I was looking at the directions to try to figure out where the knife goes. I don't see anywhere in the instructions where this knife goes in vehicle mode. Like, that's kind of sad because I think they've done a pretty decent job of keeping that stuff all in position, right? I also saw how you're supposed to, like, modify this thing to have them stand on it. We'll deal with that, though, I think, after I do the reviews for the Dreadnoks themselves. No, the flaps open up. Not sure why that was necessary. But yeah, there does not seem to be a spot on this guy where this knife is supposed to attach. Oh. We also have a rear view mirror on the side that I didn't notice earlier. I think they would have put like a mirror thing on there though. So yeah, I think this will take us... Oh. Oh, jeez. And you could still activate Ravage in here if you wanted to. Or store him in here. And eject him. While, you know what, honestly, with the Triple T, when I looked at that one, I thought that it was actually a really good representation of the Triple T. Like, I thought it was near perfect from what I remembered of the Triple T. This, on the other hand, while it is close, this is not... If you don't have a Thundermachine, this isn't really going to replace it in your collection the way the Triple T cup could have done. I mean, it's not terrible or anything. I think they did an excellent job creating it. But you can definitely see how they've improved. Okay, granted, I haven't done the Megatron or Bumblebee reviews yet. So I guess I can't necessarily say how that they've for sure improved more and more. But this was the third one, and Cup was the fourth one. And Cup was like perfect, I thought. More or less. This It's close. It's good, but not quite as nice as Cup was. Rabbit being able to transform, though, was a nice touch. I just wish there was, other than that, which doesn't make any sense, I wish there was a spot on here I could figure out where to put this. Didn't see anything in the directions for it. So anyway, but I'd like to thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. I always have a lot of difficulty with the Transformers. Well, not always, but most of the time I have difficulty transforming Transformers. So I hope you enjoyed watching me fumble with this for a bit. That's the whole reason why I do it. If you want to see a proper transformation sequence and step-by-step how to do it by somebody who's done it multiple times, I would look up Prime versus Prime. If you want to see somebody who fumbles around with it like you most likely did when you first bought Transformers as a kid, I'm your man. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe and watch the rest of the Dreadnok videos. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.
Action! We're Cold Slither, you'll be joining us soon. A band of vipers playing our tune. With an iron fist and a reptile's hiss, we shall rule.
What is that idiot doing?
We've heard it before. We're not gonna play the game no more. Now tell us what's right.
They are animals.
To resist, 'cause Cobra is strong.
Oh my goodness, we're going way over budget.
We're Cold
Barbarians!
Slither and an animal machine.
No!